everyone. I'm Kristen Cornett. I'm a meteorologist at KMOV Television, Channel 4, right here in St. Louis, Missouri. For many years, the Ameren Missouri Festival of Lights kicks off the holiday season on this weekend with live entertainment, families filling the plaza, ice skating with Winterfest, fireworks, and lighting up the Salvation Army's 40-foot Christmas tree. Well, the COVID pandemic has changed how we gather together this year, and for a lot of people, the lights have dimmed. Tonight, we are live streaming our program, joining you at home as we kick off the 73rd annual Salvation Army's Tree of Lights campaign. You're going to learn all about the Salvation Army programs and hear from tonight's guests how you can help to bring a bit of light into someone's life this year. Just like we saw in the opening video, $1 has the power to help change lives. We're going to explore the great work the Salvation Army does right here in the St. Louis region all year. And with your help tonight, we will help rescue Christmas. Later in the program, you're going to be entertained by the wonderful Denise Times, Lauren Daigle, and a live performance with the Salvation Army Brass Band. We have special messages from DJ Khalid, Mayor Lyda Cruson, and Fire Chief Dennis Jinkerson to share. We will hear from Chris Zimmerman, CEO of the St. Louis Blues, and his wife, Emily Birch, the 2020 Tree of Lights campaign chairs. And to end the program and start the holiday season, we will light up this tree, turn on the lights in Keener Plaza, and once again, watch the Ameren Missouri Festival of Lights holiday projection show. You won't want to miss all this, so stay right here. Now, to start our program tonight, I would like to introduce you to our first speakers. Lieutenant Colonel Robert A. Webster, Divisional Commander of the Salvation Army Midland Division, and Major Shell T. Steinsland, General Secretary and Regional Commander. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. It is such a pleasure to be here for the 73rd lighting of the Tree of Lights Christmas tree. But things are so different this year with the pandemic, and so we wish that everybody was able to be down here with us. But unfortunately, that's not possible tonight, but we're still going to have so much fun, and you guys are going to love what's going on. I want to thank each of you for joining us, and we're so grateful to our event sponsors and community partners who help us do the most good all year long.
Now, today's event is just the beginning of meeting the needs of the most vulnerable in our community. Our Tree of Lights goal this year is $5.8 million. We are working diligently to raise these funds to rescue Christmas and help provide financial support of our critical programs at our anchor institutions across St. Louis and the county. We will have our iconic red kettles out this season, but obviously with the COVID-19, there's going to be a lot fewer kettles out there. But know this, we have instituted PPE protocols at all kettles to keep you safe. And to stay socially distanced, you can use Google or Apple Pay at any kettle site or donate online or text to give via the information on your screen.
All right. Thank you, Colonel Webster and Major Steinsland. St. Louis is so fortunate to have your leadership. Later in the program, we will hear from other Salvation Army leaders doing great work for this region. And not to give anything away, but we will learn how the Salvation Army has a connection to one of the most iconic holiday songs of the season. Our next speaker knows all too well how the pandemic has affected the citizens of this region. Please welcome to the stage, Mayor Lyda Cruson. Hi, Mayor.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
So good to see everyone. Hello and welcome. On behalf, really, of the entire city of St. Louis, it is my huge honor to help kick off the annual Tree of Lights campaign here in downtown St. Louis. The Tree of Lights campaign was established in 1947 and is the largest annual fundraising event for the Salvation Army. But it's more than just bell ringing. It's answering phones during telethons, and it's many hours of work by Salvation Army staff and volunteers. And it's a huge effort that does so much good for so many people. The donation that you make stay local right here and go directly to programs for people and families in need: meals, shelter, childcare, job training, and many services. The Salvation Army has been active for 128 years in the St. Louis region, with many, many good stories and history for caring for the most vulnerable. As we know, we live in an unprecedented time as we fight through the COVID-19 pandemic, which represents both a health and an economic crisis. In the first months of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Salvation Army in St. Louis has really stepped up. They have provided over 13,000 nights of emergency shelter, served over 121,000 meals. The work of the Salvation Army is vital to our community and continues year-round, every day. Although the Salvation Army will have red kettles out this season, there will be fewer. However, with safety protocols, you can donate with Google or Apple Pay at any kettle site or donate online. All donations to the Salvation Army Midland Division serve the most vulnerable here in St. Louis. I hope that as we light this tree tonight, the whole St. Louis community will be inspired. We can overcome and build back better, and we will be more united and committed to serve each other as neighbors, as St. Louisans. Please support the Tree of Lights campaign to serve St. Louis. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor Cruson.
Thank you.
These are challenging times for your office, and we appreciate you taking the time to come here and talk about the Salvation Army's impact in St. Louis. You know, this year the need is even greater to help your neighbor, so please consider a donation tonight. It's so simple. Here's what you have to do. You're going to text Rescue Christmas to 76278, or you can visit the website at salarmymidland.org to donate right now, giving any amount that you can. Every dollar donated truly helps. Don't forget that we have some entertainment coming up, some important messages to share, and we're going to light that tree. Now, before we get to that, though, I need to introduce you to another Salvation Army leader who will share with us all the programs your donations support year-round. Please watch this video message from Lakeisha Fields. She's the Assistant Divisional Social Services Director with the Salvation Army Midland Division.
Toy Town is an amazing week in December. Every year, the Salvation Army offers toys and grocery vouchers for families who are in need. This year, the need is even greater than we've seen in the past. We used to serve around 1,500 families, which would be about 3,000 children. This year, we have 3,200 families who have applied so far just for toys. That equals 6,000 children, and we're thinking it might even get to 10,000 this year. We also provide general assistance for families who may not have children, but who still would like a nice meal during Christmas. Those applications have also increased because the need is so great this year. Instead of 1,000 families, we're seeing 2,000 families for general assistance. The families in our Adopt a Family program have gone through some significant hardship during the year. They may have had a house fire or lost a loved one, or had a major disease impact their family. Those families need a little more help than what we normally give during Toy Town. And so individuals can adopt those families and give things like washers and dryers and furniture and help that family become a little bit more stable than they were before. Toys for children during Toy Town can adopt those children through the Angel Tree program. They get a tag, whether it's in person or virtually, and they go shopping for that child and fulfill the needs and wishes on that list. This year, we've created more virtual opportunities for individuals to adopt children and families for Toy Town and Adopt a Family. You can visit our website, salarmymidland.org, and you can pick a child to adopt from the Angel Tree location, or you can adopt a family right there from the website. You can also go to Walmart online and choose a tag and adopt a child from there. This is hard work, but it's also heart work. Help us rescue Christmas at salarmymidland.org.
Thank you, Lakeisha. I don't know about you at home, but I just learned something new tonight. The Salvation Army provides assistance year-round through all their different programs, not just by helping during the holiday season. Over 100,000 people across the Midland Division already rely on the generous donations given in this community And we need your help so they can continue to do this valuable work. If donating online during tonight's program is not possible, there's other ways that you can help this season. I know that many of you are preparing for that big turkey meal that you're going to have with family next week. Right now, until Thanksgiving, you can help support these wonderful programs by rounding up at the registers in your local Schnucks grocery stores. How easy is that? Later in the program, we will hear from Todd Schnuck, CEO of Schnuck Markets. A similar program is going to be in your local Walmart stores, and also returning this year are the red kettles. Donating at the kettle has been made especially easy. So we've got Kettle Pay now using the QR code, Google or Apple Pay on your smart device at any of the kettles. Simple, right? So you no longer have to search for those coins when you hear the bells. All new ways. So whatever your method of donating for these worthy causes, know that every cent you donate, you're making a difference. So thank you so much. Talk about making a difference in someone's life. Our next video is the true story of one family that encountered a terrible tragedy, only to have the Salvation Army appear with assistance when they needed it most. Here to share his family's story is Larry Hostetler. He's the Senior Donor Relations Director of the Salvation Army Midland Division.
5-year-old Vernon was carried out of the house one night by his father, and he woke up under a tree and saw that the house that his father built was on fire. And he thought to himself, that's very pretty, and went back to sleep. The next day, he woke up in his uncle and aunt's house. His father pulled the little family of 5 together and said to them, we're very fortunate because we all got out of the house alive, but everything was burned and we've lost everything, including your Christmas presents. 2 days before Christmas, the Salvation Army showed up on the doorstep with toys and food for that family and rescued Christmas for them. Vernon was my father, and that was almost 100 years ago. The Salvation Army is still rescuing Christmas, and we're still involved because of that gift.
Larry, that is such a touching story. I'm sure that was difficult to share, but thank you for allowing us to hear your family's story. So who of us hasn't had someone we know go through a similar tragedy? Lives are forever changed through the great work of the Salvation Army. With 32% of Americans owing money for missed rent or mortgage payments, the Salvation Army anticipates a substantial increase in requests for emergency financial help with rent and mortgage payments, utility bills, and food assistance. Please do what you can tonight by helping their cause so they can continue to provide assistance to your family, your neighbors, and others in this region. It's so simple. Here's all you have to do. You're going to text Rescue Christmas to 76278 or visit the website at salarmymidland.org to donate now. Please, giving any amount that you can. All right, audience, we have brought you stories and messages tonight, and we have many more to tell you before we light this tree. But it's time to share our first donation total of the night. I want you to focus on the screen as we reveal your support so far. The total is, look at that, $11,846. Wow. Thank you, St. Louis. Your generosity is amazing. Yes, yes. Your generosity is fantastic. But here's the deal. We can do more, right? So please take a minute to contribute so the Salvation Army can reach as many families as they can in this holiday season. Remember, all donations raised in Missouri and in the Southern Illinois and St. Louis areas, they all stay here. That means every dollar you donate just might be helping someone you know. Now, we're about halfway through our program, so please consider giving a little something if you haven't done so already. Our next speaker will share some history of one of the season's most iconic songs, inspired by bell ringers at the Red Kettles. Please welcome Cassius Sadie, Regional Music Director for the Salvation Army Midland Division, followed by one of the cherished voices of modern jazz and a St. Louis native, Denise Time, singing some of our holiday favorites.
Silver Bells, a song heard all over the world during Christmas time, has a rich history in our culture. but the Salvation Army was always there, hearing the ringing bells of kettle workers. The writer heard that and said, "This is Christmas." You cannot walk on a street corner without seeing a kettle worker. You cannot hear Christmas without hearing the Salvation Army. We are here to serve. Now we are here in the city of St. Louis, ringing bells, even now, 155 years later from its 1865 founding. We are ringing bells, serving the need, creating change, and bringing hope. We are rescuing Christmas this 2020.
It has been such a pleasure being here this evening. I hope you all are enjoying this wonderful, wonderful time. You know, during a time when people are in such great need right now, more than ever before. This is such a wonderful time for us to give. We thank you for what you've done thus far. And we ask that you continue to support this organization who does such wonderful things for so many people, not only here in St. Louis, but across the world. And we thank you, Salvation Army. We thank you. We're going to raise the kettle. And so here's a little something to put you in the Christmas spirit, and also hopefully to continue to put you in the giving spirit. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile, and on every street corner you'll hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, all the kettles, hear them ring, all the kettles. Soon it will be. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. We thank you so much. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Ooh, have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Ooh. Here we are, as in happy golden days of yore. Some of us remember faithful friends who are dear to us. Gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together. If the fates allow. Hang a shining star to the highest mountain. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have yourself. We thank you so much for giving. Thank you. A merry little Christmas now.
What a great performance. Thank you, Denise and Cassius. I think I'm getting in the holiday spirit now with that performance. I hope you are as well. Before I introduce the next speaker video, I want to take a minute to thank all the grocery workers who've been on the front lines, ensuring we have the essential necessities to make it through this pandemic. There's the checkers, the stockers, the butchers, the deli people, the bakers, the delivery truck drivers, the baggers, and others. They left their families and security of their homes so we could have food and supplies during the shutdown. As you shop for the holidays, please be sure to say an extra special thank you for their sacrifices and plus to brighten their day, right? Their efforts are a great example of how we are all working together to get through this challenging time. The Schnook family and the Salvation Army have a long history in St. Louis. Here to share more of their history and support is a video message from the CEO of Schnook Markets, Todd Schnook.
We're really excited that Schnooks will be able to continue our long partnership with the Salvation Army in light of everything going on with the pandemic. And we'll start with a Roundup at the Register program, where our customers can round up their purchase to the nearest dollar, and all the money raised will go to the Salvation Army, and that will go until the day before Thanksgiving. We'll start up again on the day after Thanksgiving, where the iconic red kettles and the bell ringers will be back at our stores, and will be at our stores for almost a month, up until Christmas Eve. Well, just as in our stores where we have instituted very rigid PPE, personal protective equipment measures, plexiglass walls, things like that, we'll have the same type of precautions in place with the bell ringers. Definitely the 6-foot distance. They'll be wearing masks. Everything that you would expect. To make sure that everybody remains safe. Schnooks is proud to be a longtime partner of the Salvation Army, and we look forward to doing our part in helping in the Tree of Lights campaign this year. And I ask that all of you join us in helping the Salvation Army take care of so many in our community that really need the help.
Thank you for sharing that wonderful message and reminding us how valuable the partnership is between Schnook Markets and the Salvation Army. Remember, everybody, when shopping this Thanksgiving season at your local Schnucks store, rounding up at the registers, it's another way for you to donate, and it's so easy to do. Now, it's my pleasure to welcome the next speakers. St. Louis Blues CEO Chris Zimmerman and his wife Emily Birch are serving as the 2020 Tree of Lights campaign chairs. Chris and Emily have spent more than 25 years working throughout North America, helping to create opportunities through the power of sports. Recognizing that sports can play a unique role to help empower individuals and unite people, the couple has teamed with organizations of both national and local profile to make an impact in their community. And that is particularly true right here in St. Louis. So now, please welcome to our stage, Chris Zimmerman and Emily Birch. Hello.
Good to see you.
Welcome to you guys. It is so nice to have you join us this evening. Chris, we're going to start with you.
Okay.
So the Blues play a very active role in the community. So why is supporting this year's Tree of Lights and Red Kettle program so important to the Blues?
Well, first, Emily and I are really honored and thrilled to be involved and to be able to help during what is obviously a very unique year for all of us. You know, for the Blues, our strength really comes from this community, from everyone throughout. It wasn't too long ago that we felt that amazing crowd and love here and down at the Arch as we celebrate it. But now we're in this different time, and so for us, it's a recognition that giving back and finding a way to make a difference is really critical. So along with all the other ways that people can contribute, the St. Louis Blues will have our own virtual kettle as well. We'll be reaching out to Blues fans throughout the community and asking for you to come in and both join the Blues as well as our personal efforts to help support everything the Salvation Army is doing this year.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chris. Now, Emily, would you speak to your own experiences with the Salvation Army and why you wanted to be a part of this program?
Absolutely. Thanks, Kristen. This is important to me for the very same reason I imagine it's important to everyone. We associate that wonderful sound of the red kettle bells with the season of giving. It just makes your heart flip. The magic of the holidays could not come at a better time. It's been a lot of travesty, a lot of difficulties. The time is perfect now to celebrate each other. What a joy. We need to experience the warmth and the wonder of this season. And how better than with these bells ringing, these tree lights beaming, the thoughtfulness that is streaming. It's a pleasure to co-chair tonight's Tree of Lights event. It's a real heartwarming opportunity. For me, it's an opportunity to celebrate the wonderful community that we are so glad to live in. The community that is so giving of their time and intention. What a gift giving is, right? Likewise, I've enjoyed being in the community and meeting families and experiencing their persistence through this time and their great gratitude. This has undoubtedly been astonishing this year. The pandemic for our community has more than tripled the need that our families are experiencing. I have worked with the Salvation Army on other occasions. The food drives are fabulous to be involved in. The Salvation Army does work year-round, but this could not be a better time to be involved with the Salvation Army.
Thank you, Chris and Emily. Thank you so much on behalf of St. Louis and the Salvation Army. Thank you for being the 2020 Tree of Lights chairs.
Fun.
Good things are happening with you guys both on the board. And I'm going to see you back in a few minutes to light this tree.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Yeah.
Sure. I want to share the following that conveys the commitment of this great organization, especially during these difficult months. Since the beginning of the pandemic, the Salvation Army USA has provided, listen to this number, more than 100 million meals. That's a 155% increase over the same period of time last year. Now in St. Louis, They've served over 121,000 people through mobile feeding units, drive-through pantries, and meals at shelters. Because the need is even greater this year, not just here in St. Louis, but all over the country, the National Office of the Salvation Army, they've created a campaign. It's called #RescueChristmas. Here in St. Louis, there is no one better to talk about rescue than our own St. Louis Fire Department. Please welcome our next guest, Speaker Chief Dennis Jenkerson. Hello, Chief.
Good evening. Thank you, Kristen. I'm Fire Chief Dennis Jenkerson. As everybody knows, the St. Louis Fire Department provides firefighting services for the city and quite a bit of the region. But we do more than that. We provide water rescues, vehicle rescues. We respond on hazardous material. We provide the medical services and all the rescues that are involved in and around the city of St. Louis. But the St. Louis Fire Department is proud to partner with the Salvation Army with the Rescue Christmas. In December 12th, there will be selected firehouses around the city that will have the kettle outside. And we're asking all the citizens of the city of St. Louis, like they always do, to help the people in our town who really need the assistance. So we're going to ask you to come out. We will announce the firehouses. We're going to have Engine 31, Engine 29, and Engine 2, which is downtown. And we're going to have the kettles outside. So all the citizens are invited to come to the firehouses, put some money into the kettles, and let's help the less fortunate. Let's help the people in our town who really need the assistance. Help the St. Louis Fire Department rescue Christmas this year. The Salvation Army has been assisting the people in this town for as long as I can remember. I've been drinking their coffee for 40 plus years, and some days it's good, some days it's bad. So come out and help us this year. Let's make Christmas a little better for all the people in this town. Thank you very much, and have a safe holiday season.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you to your entire department, by the way, for the good work they do every single day, especially right now during this pandemic. So look for the details of Rescue Christmas with the St. Louis Fire Department on the Salvation Army's website. It's salarmymidland.org. Okay, is everybody ready? I think we're ready to see the new total for tonight. Are you ready to join me in helping the Salvation Army meet their goal? Are you guys ready? Is everybody ready? Let's now look at the monitor. The new total is, wow, that's a jump, $42,079. That's wonderful. Amazing, St. Louis. Thank you so much to those who have contributed so far. Your commitment means so much to a lot of people right here in St. Louis. But we are not done. Stay with us as we get ready to light this tree, hear a message from DJ Khalid, and listen to more beautiful music from Lauren Daigle. Our next presentation is from Kay Bradley, who is currently serving as the chair of the Salvation Army Advisory Board. Please listen as she talks about the great work the Salvation Army is doing right here in St. Louis.
I am passionate about the Salvation Army and the work it does for people. It supports people without discrimination, and they help homeless, they help women in need, they help families, they help veterans, they help people aging out of the foster program. They are helping everybody where they are at their place and time. And they are working to make them be able to be self-sustaining. During COVID and through COVID, there are so many people that have never needed the Salvation Army before. They had jobs, they were supporting their families, they were supporting themselves. But with COVID, they've suffered job loss. They've suffered losing housing, losing support in other manners. And so Salvation Army has said, we need to rescue Christmas for them. And with the program of Rescue Christmas, we need it more now than ever. The Salvation Army last year supported a little over 1,800 families in the St. Louis metropolitan area. This year, There were 1,400 families that applied for Christmas support in the first week of October when we first started taking applications. We believe that we will have triple the amount of families that we had last year because of COVID and the devastation it has caused in their lives. Salvation Army is known for its Red Kettle Drive at Christmas, and it's thought of as for Toy Town, for toys for children. But first off, the Red Kettle provides funds for the Salvation Army all year round because the needs are all year round. This Christmas, kettles will be out. You will see them, but probably not see them as plentiful as it has been in the past, because stores are wanting to limit the number of people there. You might see them at the entrance, but not the exit. It's going to be a different world this year. So make sure that you give. When you see a kettle, you don't have to give change. There is actually an app on the kettle sign that you can give with your smartphone. Or please go online. You can give to the Red Kettle online as well. So any way you give, we ask you to give. It is very necessary this year for all of the people in need. All of the money that you give in the St. Louis metropolitan area stays to help people in the St. Louis metropolitan area. So you can feel good about giving to Salvation Army and knowing you are helping your friends and neighbors.
Thank you, Kay, for sharing the wonderful things this organization is doing every single day in our region. Please help them continue this great work by making a contribution. We've made it so easy. You can text Rescue Christmas. Rescue Christmas. You're going to text that phrase to 76278. Again, Rescue Christmas, text it to 76278. Or another really easy way, go to the website. It's salarmymidland.org. Not com, org. Got it? You can also round up at the registers, donate at a kettle, or on the Rescue Christmas with the St. Louis Fire Department Day that Chief Jenkerson told us about. They need your help to keep doing their great work in our region. It is my pleasure now to bring you a special message from DJ Khalid, followed by more music from Lauren Daigle.
Bless up, and I want to send my love to everybody out there. Walmart and Salvation Army and I are going to make things real big. I want to challenge everyone to join in their local communities and help us rescue Christmas. Hashtag Rescue Christmas. I'm going to challenge all my friends. Let's support our community. And if you want to get involved, you can adopt an angel in the store or go online to help as many kids as possible. Love always. Bless up.
You are not hidden. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. Though you have been broken, your innocence stolen. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true. I will rescue you. Oh, I will rescue you.
Isn't that beautiful? How great is it to see so many public individuals reaching out on behalf of the Salvation Army? You too can do your part to help them meet tonight's goal. Won't you contribute? Every little bit helps. We are nearing the end of our program tonight, but we still have to light up this tree. And before we can do that, our next group, they are sure to delight you. We heard from Cassius earlier, and now he returns to share his personal journey with the Salvation Army and how they changed his life. Please welcome again Cassius Sadie Regional Music Director for the Salvation Army Midland Division, about the history of the brass band and to lead them in a couple of holiday favorites.
The Salvation Army, founded in 1865 by William and Catherine Booth, saw a clear need, a human need, one that was not easy to meet and one that required an army. So they started the Salvation Army. Salvation Army has been on the streets for over 155 years, and we are here now. We are serving need, we are rescuing Christmas, and we are giving hope to those who are hopeless. The Salvation Army has always had a rich and long music history. From its early days in London, General William Booth had the Salvation Army brass bands play, sing, and entertain crowds. It was worship. It was a time for those in need to receive help, and the Salvation Army was there. Here in the Midland Division, that story is still true. Music is being played across our corps, across our service centers, across our division. The Salvation Army is serving both the human need and the spiritual need. Music has always been something to move others, to inspire, to create change, and the Salvation Army saw the benefit in that. That is where my story begins. As a young 6-year-old boy in New York City, entering the Salvation Army Corps, not knowing what to expect, but being given a cornet, given a piano lesson, given a vocal lesson, to now, at the age of 24, here in the Midland Division, representing the Salvation Army in St. Louis.
The Salvation Army has had a rich tradition of brass branding for years, and that tradition lives on today. We invite you to join us in singing a few songs. Hark the Herald Angels Sing, along with Joy to the World, with us as we play.
Thank you, Cassius, and thanks to the amazing Salvation Army Brass Band. Okay, everybody, we're almost there. We are so close to lighting that tree tonight. Before we get to that portion of the program, let's hear from another important corporate sponsor who has a long history with the Salvation Army in St. Louis. Let's hear from Sean Shukar, Chairman and President of Ameren Transmission Company of Illinois and a Salvation Army Advisory Board member.
Hello, I'm Sean Shooker, President of Ameren Transmission, and I'm proud to join our more than 9,400 co-workers across Missouri and Illinois to once again support the annual Salvation Army Christmas campaign. We are living in unprecedented times, and it has never been more important for all of us to come together to help support those who are struggling and in need of assistance during this holiday season. At Ameren, we have a long history of working side by side with charitable and nonprofit organizations throughout the communities in which we serve. That's why we are proud supporters of both the Salvation Army's Tree of Lights event and their Angel Tree program that helps families and children in need. But our efforts don't just take place during the holidays. Throughout the year, we focus on efforts to assist those in need by providing AC units during the summer months, energy assistance and storm relief efforts, and a multitude of other programs to better serve our customers. We all know this holiday season will be very different for all of us, but in the truest spirit of this season, I hope you will join our Ameren team by helping support and donate to the Salvation Army and their mission to provide comfort and healing to those who need it most. From all of us at Ameren, we wish you and your family a safe, healthy, and happy holiday season. We look forward to serving you and helping build a brighter future for our customers and their communities.
Thank you, Sean, and thank you to Ameren for continuing to play a very important role in supporting our entire community, especially during this pandemic. Such a difficult time. Your help and commitment to St. Louis can be seen everywhere. Well, it's time for one last check on our donations before we light this tree. Is everybody ready to see our new total for the final time tonight? Everybody ready? Okay. Oh my gosh! Okay, I was told the goal for tonight was 75,000. So we are officially over our goal for tonight, 75,625. Wow. Thank you so much, St. Louis, for supporting the Salvation Army Midland Division. Every bit of the donations received tonight stay right here. Every bit stays right here in St. Louis. Your efforts in response to our appeal, I mean, my gosh, that's phenomenal. Tonight's program, it's just the start of the fundraising season for the Salvation Army. Remember, if you can't give tonight through texting Rescue Christmas to 76278, because you still can, right? Just text Rescue Christmas, that's the phrase. The number 76278. You can also go to the website, salarmymidland.org. But other ways, you can round up at the registers at your local Schnucks stores as you shop for Thanksgiving. You can also round up at Walmart, donate at a Red Kettle, or come out for Rescue Christmas with the St. Louis Fire Department Day. Whichever way works for you, know that you are helping someone in need during this pandemic holiday season. How crazy is that? Pandemic holiday season, right? Wow. All right, so I'm sure you've noticed, have you noticed back behind me here, the buckets, they've been going up on the fire trucks back behind me? That is the signal that we are very, very close to lighting up the tree, turning on the lights in Keener Plaza, and debuting this year's Ameren, Missouri Holiday Projection Show. All right, a few reminders again. You can text Rescue Christmas, that number again, Rescue Christmas, send it to 76278. And the website, I'm going to spell it out for you to make sure you got it. It's Sal Army, so SALARMY, Midland, that's MIDLAND.org, not .com, .org, okay? Also, yeah, so you got the website, you got the text address. I want to thank tonight's chairs, Emily Birch and Chris Zimmerman. Can Emily and Chris join me back up on the stage? I also want to bring in Mayor Cruson, Chief Jenkerson. Come on in, you guys.
You get in there. You're the chairs.
I just want to say, first of all, it's such an honor to be here tonight, to join the stage with you guys, right? I want to wish everybody a safe and happy and healthy holiday season.
Thank you.
We've got a couple of minutes, you guys. You guys got to help me here, okay? We got a couple of minutes we need to fill before we can stop. We can light this tree.
All right.
So let me start with you guys on behalf of the Blues. Why did you decide? I mean, when did you first get involved with the Salvation Army, and kind of what got you there?
Very early on, just the opportunity to get involved in the community and meet, get to know different parts of this large, vibrant community and its fabulous people. So,
Well, and I think a lot has also happened. Obviously, our business, like many others, has been affected.
Sure.
So whether it's so many of the event staff and part-time staff, as well as our full-time staff, a lot of people's lives that are very close to us have been affected. But beyond that, seeing the need, particularly as we dealt with all of the food shortages and the work that the Salvation Army did, that was really a critical piece that made us recognize how critical this year was.
Well, thank you guys so much for what you do. And Mayor Cruson, I can't even imagine being in your role during the pandemic and everything that's going on. What would you want to say to our viewers tonight? I mean, it's such an important time. The need is greater than ever in our community. I mean, not is it just the holidays, but we're also in the middle of a pandemic. How would you tell our viewers to help?
I would just say, first of all, to the people of St. Louis, you have helped tremendously already. You are doing great at wearing your masks, at maintaining a social distance. That's helping. We're in the midst of this right now, but we are also in the midst starting the holiday season. So find ways to celebrate with your family that are long distance perhaps, so that we can really tamp down the spread of COVID. But it's still, we all have a lot to be thankful for. And the people of St. Louis are very generous people. So very much appreciate them and appreciate all your viewers who are watching here this evening.
Wonderful. Well, on that note of being generous, Chief Jenkerson, you guys are doing a Rescue Christmas Day. Can you real quickly tell us about that again?
Well, we're going to have the kettles, the Salvation Army kettles, out in front of our firehouses, 3 firehouses, on December 12th. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to ask people to stop by our firehouses and donate to the Salvation Army. The Salvation Army has been a partner with the fire department for as long as I can remember. They've provided coffee. They help the people who were involved in the fires, who need a place to stay and need a blanket. They've always been there. I thought they originated cold coffee, but that's another story. So just coming out to the 3 firehouses, we're going to post those online. Put some money in the kettle, like the people of the city always do, and help the people who need the most assistance this Christmas. That's what the city of St. Louis always does, and let's continue to do it.
Wonderful. Are you guys ready? Okay, we're waiting just a minute. We have another minute.
A whole minute.
Okay.
All right.
Who else wants to jump in and tell me why people should jump in and bring up that number? Now, I know the goal for tonight, just tonight only, was 75,000. We're a little bit over that, but we can get that a little bit higher. Let me hear your pleas to the folks.
Well, I mean, you started 11,000. That was just about
Isn't that amazing?
45 minutes ago. Now we're over 75,000. That's the power of television and the power of the people of St. Louis.
It really shows how generous everybody is, doesn't it? All right, and of course people can come out for St. Louis Fire Department Rescue Christmas Day, right? Lots of ways to give, the kettles, so many ways to give. And thank you guys for what you're doing. I know the Blues are going to be getting even more involved with this program, so fantastic. All right, guys, everybody's got to help me count. Are you ready?
Okay, we're ready.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.